Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you are finding me okay. Let me just give people a couple more minutes to find me. Hope you're all having a good day. It's Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. I'm trying to date it, so if I need to go back in the future, I know what date I did it. So today we're going to make some simple cards using a great product from Stampin' Up. First, if you'd like to place an order between now and the end of April, please use this hostess code if your order is less than $150. Stampin' Up did update the clearance list yesterday. Lots of really nice stuff. It goes quick. Once it's gone, it's gone. So you need to check it out and see if there's something on there that you like. There's some of the paper from last fall, the beautiful fallish paper. There's some Halloween embellishments. There's some the coffin boxes, those of you that like them. And a lot of the stuff is discounted at 60% off. So let's get started with the projects. Oh, one more thing. If you do submit an order, your name will go into a drawing for this stamp set, which was a bonus during the celebration. I had an extra one, so anybody that places an order with me will go into a drawing for that. So the cards we're going to make, I'm going to use some different paper, are these two. They're made from a product called Memories and More, Magnolia. Amazing stuff. Now this is a really good item for people that are both scrapbookers as well as card makers. You get some fancy paper. It's called printed vellum in the package. You get all kinds of little double-sided, some nice thick adhesive die cuts, they call them. 2 different size cards. See, here's some more of that fancy paper. And then some more die cuts. And you can find that in the annual catalog. If you do not have an annual catalog and you'd like one, just send me a message and I'll be happy to get one to you. So this is our annual catalog. We're exciting times. We're going to have a new one in just a few weeks, the first part of June. You can find these Memories and More cards on page 171. You get 50 cards. If you don't want to cut your card bases like I do, we also sell little kits that give you the envelope and the card base as well. So 171, I do have an order that's going to go in soon, so if it's something you're interested in, please let me know. So like I said, we're going to make 2 very quick, no stamping cards today. I am going to be using a different cards. Let me move these out of the way. The first thing I wanted to do is kind of review with people a little shortcut that I do. This is our Stampin' Up cutter. As you can see, we have two blades, a dark one and a light one. It doesn't matter if you have a Stampin' Up system or whatever system you have. If there's 2 blades on it, remember, the one that corresponds with the base of your cutter is the cutting one. The one that's an off color is your score one. So one tip that I do is I'm going to cut my cardstock. So I always score it before I cut it. So I'm going to line it up at the 4 1/4 because these are going to be 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. So I line it up right there, 4 1/4, and I score it. Remember to have your cardstock right up against the groove here so that you can keep it nice and straight. And then I turn it. And I cut it at 5 1/2. So now I'm going to use the dark one. And there I have 2 card bases all ready for me. So now my card bases are 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to just push this to the side because I'm going to need it. So the first card, again, I just told you that. My card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4. So these are the products that I'm going to use. One of these beautiful vellum sheets. I'm going to pop this up on the front, and then you can also use these pretty little cards for inside to decorate the inside of your card as well. Now, if you bought the kits that we advertise in the catalog that correspond with these, you would not have to do any trimming. But I'm making what we call an A2 card. So I have to do a little bit of trimming because this is 6 inches. So I want it to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to bring my cutter in again. Place this along the side and cut it at 5 1/4. Oops, it shifted just a smidgen. That's what's hard about this vellum paper. It's very slippery. So now I have my paper. Now I hear a lot of people say, oh, I don't like to use vellum because I never know where to attach it so it doesn't show. Well, I'm going to show you a little trick. So this is my paper, my vellum, and this is the card that I want to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals behind it. Also, if you are leaving a comment, I'll go back after the video and reply to any of them. I can't read and stamp at the same time. I can't. So now you can see I have my Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to take off those little protective bring in that piece of vellum. Make sure I have it nice and straight. It looks like there is a little pattern. I didn't think there was, but I guess there is. Let me flip it over. Let's see if I like this better. Oh, yeah. So now I'm going to center this right in the middle of that vellum. Now I know exactly where to put my adhesive. So you can use your snail. And now I can take this piece and center it on my card base. Just like that. And I'm going to take this other one and put it inside. So this decorates the inside of my card, as well as providing me a pretty area to write a personal note. So there you go. How fast is that? Now I'd like to put a few little gems on it to jazz it up. So I'm going to take some of our rhinestones, I think. Use my pickup tool. If you don't have one of these, I'm telling you, it is a must-have. Put a couple right here. And then another one probably down here. You can put as many as you like. However, an uneven number creates a little bit more balance. So this is the first one I made, and then this is the one that I made with you. So you can see they're both pretty on white or colored cardstock. The next one I'm going to make, I'm going to use colored cardstock again. And this time I'm going to use some of those die cuts in words from that they give us. So again, this is too long, so I'm going to come back in with my cutter and cut 3/4 of an inch off. Another little tip, most of your cutters have a little score area on this side too, a grid mark. So if you're only cutting a small piece, I tend to use that. That way I can hold this down. I have more over here to hold down. And I'm going to save this because I'll probably use it on another project. So again, I'm going to make this one a portrait. And what I did is I have punches, or I always keep these little things hanging around. I wanted to save the other. So I'm going to take this and put it on my card base. Run some snail behind it. Center that as best as I can. Just like that. Then we have all these pretty little borders. I thought I would take the pink one and add it right here as an accent. Most of these are removable up until, you know, maybe a couple of hours, then they would stick. Then I'm going to take a word from the thing they gave me, this die cuts, put that right in the middle. Like that. Then I want to create a 3D flower. I'm going to put this one like this. Take one of the smaller ones. Again, grab my Stampin' Dimensionals. Stick that right here like that. Grab a couple of those leaves. Just like that. Now this I'm going to put directly onto my card because I already have quite a few pop-ups. And this is sticky, so this will help. And then, of course, you got to add a little bit of blings to jazz it up. I'm just using my pickup tool with these self-adhesive sequins. Down here in the corner. And then I have this pretty card that I'm going to use inside. So there's that one. This is the one I made as a sample, and then I have the envelope behind it. So that's why it looks like it's a little crooked. This is a little crooked. Let's see if it's so hard to see with the camera in the way. This is the one we just made, and then this one. So I wanted to talk a few minutes before we went into this shut-in. I used to have live classes every 2 weeks, and I know I miss seeing everybody, and I'm sure people miss coming. So I've started creating some card kits. Yesterday was the first time I had some available since the shut-in started. And then before the shut-in, people had said they wanted to have some technique classes. So I have fallen in love with this Magnolia, the whole suite, which is in the catalog as well. So I'm going to be offering an online class, a special class, called Fun Folds. You're going to make 3, I call them step-up cards. So the deal will be $18 if you pick it up. I can mail it to you. You're going to get some of the coordinating paper, some of these cards, all of the materials that you need to make the 3 fancy fold cards a complete PDF, and I'm going to create a private group so you can see me make the actual cards. So if that's something you're interested in, you can reach out to me. I will have them available for people to pick up or mail on April 25th. I'll have more information in this post after the video is done. If there's something that you'd like me to make or see, please just send me a message. I'm always looking for ideas. I will be back on Saturday, again, featuring this same list of products so that people can see how you can use it in a scrapbook. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please share, comments. I welcome anything. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.